have to visit a parrot every month for a year before I even qualify to inherit what's mine. Correct. Daniel groaned. This is insane. I'm not playing fetch with Dad's ghost. Archibald tilted his head, then suddenly shrieked, Fetch! Fetch! You get nothing. Daniel flinched. Oh, that's perfect. He even programmed the damn thing to mock us. Gerald closed the folder and set it on the table. Ew. Father wanted this arrangement to stand. The trust is airtight. Contesting it will take years on million regard of success. Rebecca stepped close to the cage, her face inches from Archibald's beak. Listen to me, you feathered freak, she hissed. You may have the papers, but I have the bloodline. Archibald cocked his head. Bloodline. Deadline. Nothing. Daniel burst out, laughing again, but there was no humor in it this time. Guess he takes after Dad. Claire's eyes brimmed with tears. He just wanted us to come home, she whispered. He always said the house felt empty after Mom died. Rebecca turned to her, incredulous. You think this is sentimental? This is punishment. This is him spitting on us from beyond the grave. But Claire didn't answer. Shewa. Staring at Archibald, who had stopped moving, his gaze locked on her with eerie intelligence. After a moment, the parrot murmured, in a low voice that was undeniably Martin's, Claire, sweet girl. You're the only one who ever stayed kind. The room froze. Did you hear that? She whispered. Rebecca's face drained of colour. That wasn't part of the recording. Gerald frowned. The bird's audio bank. Illimited. That phrase wasn't in the will's messages. Daniel took a cautious step back. So what you're saying, it's haunted now. Rebecca rolled her eyes, but her voice trembled. It's mimicking, that's all. He must have said that to her once, and it remembered, but Gerald looked uneasy. Mr. Whitmore's instructions mentioned an adaptive AI interface built into the voice replicator. Idwa. Designed to evolve, to generate new phrases based on prior inputs. Are you saying this thing is learning? Daniel asked. In a sense, Gerald said. Feathered fortunes and social media exploded with memes Archibald's. Green face superimposed on stock charts and dollar bills. Hashtag asterisk para asterisk hash nothing for the kids asterisk trended worldwide. Rebecca woke to it all. Her phone was a hive of notifications, calls from journalists, messages from investors. Even a few from former lovers hoping to catch up. She ignored them all. In the dim quiet of her penthouse, she stared at the screen, replaying her father's video. Again and again, she froze it on his smirk, the one that meant he knew exactly how to make people dance. Across the city, Daniel was doing shots at a downtown bar before noon. You get nothing? He muttered bitterly into his glass, imitating the parrot's voice, and the bartender chuckled, but Daniel wasn't laughing. He'd spent his adult life chasing his father's approval through business ventures that all went belly up. Now, the old man had found a way to humiliate him one last time. Meanwhile, Claire was the only one who'd gone back to the mansion. She arrived just after dawn, dressed plainly, clutching a paper bag with seed and fruit. The guards, newly stationed at the gate to fend off reporters, let her in after Gerald called ahead. The house was quiet eerily so. Even the air felt heavy, as though it hadn't been disturbed in decades. Archibald greeted her with a sharp whistle the moment she stepped into the great hall. Claire! Claire! Kind girl! Come closer! She did, hesitantly. The bird hopped along its perch, wings fluttering softly. He said you'd come. It crooned. Claire frowned. Who did? Father, the parrot replied. Then, after a pause, in that perfect imitation of Martin's low, rich tone, you were the only one who still visited me. Claire's breath caught. The last time she'd seen her father alive, he'd said those exact words. How do you? Memory, Archibald said, cutting her off with uncanny timing. Echoes. He left echoes here. Gerald entered the room just then, carrying a silver tablet. Miss Whitmore, he said. I wasn't expecting you this early. I wanted to feed him, she said quietly. He remembered me. Gerald hesitated. Yes, the system is quite advanced. It pulls from vocal recordings and stored data to simulate personalized responses. She looked at him, studying his calm face. You don't believe that, she said. He adjusted his glasses, avoiding her eyes. Belief isn't relevant to legal matters. Archibald laughed a shrill, human-sounding laugh that made both of them flinch. Legal. Legal. Ashcroft lies. Gerald froze. What did it just say? Ashcroft lies, Claire repeated slowly. That's not one of its programmed phrases, Gerald said, voice tightening. I never recorded, but Archibald was now pacing along its perch, muttering, lies, lies, lies. He knows. He knows. Claire stepped closer. What do you know, Archibald? The bird turned its golden eyes toward her. There are keys in the house, it said in Martin's voice. Keys to everything. But only one opens. The truth then started Slade. Idwen seal, Gerald swallowing. I'll contact the technician who programmed the AI, but Claire didn't hear him. She was staring at a faint engraving on the side of Archibald's perch one she hadn't noticed before. Asterisk MW3 asterisk. Her father's initials and the number 3. Her father had 3 children, 3 keys. That night, she couldn't sleep. The phrase asterisk only one opens the truth asterisk echoed in her head. She tried to dismiss it as nonsense, a glitch, but Martin Whitmore had never done anything by accident. Everything he touched had a hidden purpose: his contracts, his art collection, even his marriages, and that house, the Wizenjuaum. It was an architectural labyrinth built over 40 years, full of secret doors and coded locks. Martin had once boasted that even his own staff didn't know all its rooms. Claire had grown up there. She remembered nights wandering its corridors, the smell of mahogany and cigar smoke, the way her father's study door had been forbidden territory. She thought of that. Now, as she drove back through the rain the following evening, the mansion was dark when she arrived, except for the faint glow in the main hall. Archibald's cage shimmered under a single hanging light. The bird was awake, waiting. Back so soon? It crooned, sounding almost amused. Claire approached warily. You said there were keys. What did you mean? The parrot fluffed it? Feathers, keys, 3, 1 for each bloodline. Where? In the rooms you fear, it whispered. She froze. The words were exactly what her father had once told her when she was a child. Playing near his office door. Don't go looking in the rooms you fear, Claire. They hold what you're not ready to see. She turned toward the staircase that led to his study. The door at the end of the hall was still locked, though she could swear she saw light beneath it. I can't go in there, she whispered.